Hello, Streetwise opera singers. It's great to see you on this Monday, this bright, shining Monday. My name is Joe, and I am one of the leaders from London. So I'll know some of you from South Bank Centre and also Connections. If you're joining us from other places in the country or the world, welcome. It's great to see you today. We've got a really fun session lined up today. To energise us, make us feel good, and get our bodies ready for a brilliant week of music making. So first of all, could you take your fingers like this, and we're just going to give our forehead a little massage. Little raindrops on your forehead. You might want to experiment with going faster and slower. Bring it down to your cheeks and your neck like that. That's it, good. And then just give your cheeks a bit of a rub. See how far you can stretch that skin on your face. Wonderful. And then just bringing your hands round to the back of your neck and just give that a little bit of a massage. You might want to spin your head a bit as well. Brilliant. We're going to take 4 big grabs up in the air as high as you can reach. Imagine you're grabbing something and pulling it down to you. Here we go. We're going to go number 1, reaching up, grabbing and pulling down. And take your other hand. Number 2, reaching up, grabbing, pulling down. And one more on this side. Number 3, up we go. See how high you can stretch those fingertips and feel it down your back. And pulling down. And our last one, number 4. Very good. Let's go for one together as well. So feeling both hands right up there and pulling down. Here we go. Up we go. Huge big grab. That's it. And pulling down with all your strength. Fabulous stuff. Good. This sunshine that we've got today has inspired me to take a little bit of a trip to the seaside, an imaginary trip. So first of all, could you stretch your fingers out in front of you? Just give them a little waggle, that's it. And now a slow waggle. And then see how fast you can move them, like you're playing something incredibly amazing on the piano perhaps. Good, and we're going to breathe in and we're going to draw our hands back and we're going to create a wave. So we're going to breathe in like this. And we're going to let a gentle wave out, giving a. Let's try that again, breathing in. Let me hear the. Fantastic. Next one, we're going to take a slightly bigger wave. So we're going to breathe in, but we're going to push out, and we're going to push out to a sound as fast as we can. So here we go, breathing in. Fantastic. Let's try that once more. Breathing in. Great stuff. Give your hands a shake. Cool. We're going to warm up our shoulders now. And we're going to take these up to our ears for a bit of a walk. We're going to count to 6. And on each count, we're going to bring our shoulders up slightly until they're squeezed up to our ears. And we're going to let our sound out to really gradually. Here we go. So starting here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and gradually we're going to let out to Good. We're going to try that once more. Almost like you're smelling something delicious. Maybe if you've got some ideas, you can post in the comments box below what you might be smelling, something delicious that makes your body go as you do that. Here we go, breathing in. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let me hear the biggest operatic you can possibly do as you let your shoulders down and go Fantastic. Good. Just if you're sat down, give your feet a little tap on the floor. And the next thing we're going to do is just warm up our legs. Today we're going to be learning a jazzy song called I Walked to the End of the Road, as well as an operatic song about being at a wedding. Both of those things might need a little bit of dancing, so it's important that we get our legs ready as well. So we're going to go on a fishing trip here, taking one hand. This is our fishing rod. We're going to breathe in, and whatever sound you like, which is your hooking sound, we're going to hook the end of your toes. As we do that, we're going to gradually count up to 5, winding in our fishing rod and lifting our toes up off the floor and feeling that stretch. You might even feel your leg come off the floor as well, and that's okay if that happens. So here we go, fishing rod at the ready. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Fabulous. And we're breathing in, lifting those toes up, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll wind it back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great stuff. Good. Let's have a go with the other leg as well. Here we are. Other fishing rod. 1, 2, 3. And we're breathing in, and we're going to go lifting those toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And wind those toes back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one is the challenge if you're feeling up to it. This requires 2 fishing rods. We're going to fish both of our legs up, and I'd love you to see if you can now get your feet off the floor as we do this. So here we go, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Catching those toes. And we're going to lift them up, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good stuff, everyone. Hopefully that's warmed up lots of parts of our body. The next thing we need to do is warm up our voice. So first of all, could you just make this sound for me? Va, like you're maybe saying violin or something like that. Here we go, let's try that all together. And now using that sound, I want you to take your finger and I want you to explore how high you can take that sound and back down. Here we go, let's do that. Ready? All together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Fabulous. We're going to take another sound now. We're going to take a Z sound, a Z. And we're going to see whether we can go all the way up and then down to find the lowest part of our voice as well and back round. Let's try that all together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Fabulous. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to have a go at doing 2 ways round. So your hand is going to go round a circle twice, really finding the highest part of our voice and the lowest part of the voice. Highest, lowest. Here we go. All together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good stuff. Fantastic. Before we go on to our jazzy song, I'm just going to tell you about the operatic piece that we're going to learn. It's from an opera by a composer called Donizetti, and it's called Lucia dell'Amore. And this is a chorus where the guests are arriving at a wedding. You might have sang a piece of Donizetti before. Another similar opera composer is Mozart. My favourite Mozart opera is Don Giovanni. Hopefully, I'm sure lots of you have sang other songs from other Mozart operas. You might have even starred in a Mozart opera. If you have, I'd love to hear what your favourite one is. So feel free to comment in the box below. And hopefully we'll have some shout outs later on. So, our jazzy song, as I said earlier, is called I Walked to the End of the Road. And our first line is exactly those words. I'm going to say them once in a really spiky way, and then we're going to say them together. It goes like this. I walked to the end of the road. And you'll notice I put a really big consonant at the end of that road. So let's try that all together after 4. I walked to the end of the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. I walked to the end of the road. Fabulous. The next phrase is, and I looked in both directions. That's fairly straightforward, and it goes like this. And I looked in both directions. Should we put those 2 lines together? I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in both directions. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in both directions. If you want to, you might want to click along, you might want to clap along, you might want to start feeling a bit of dance moves as well. The next line goes, I looked as far as the eye could see. As we're doing these lines, I'd love it if you have any suggestions about moves that we could put maybe I looked as far as the eye could see. What we might do for those. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. Let's have a go at just saying that line. I looked as far as the eye could see. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I looked as far as the eye could see. Fabulous. We're going to have a go at putting some of the notes to it together. I'll sing a line first of all, and then we can sing it together. So, it goes like this. I walked to the end of the road. Let's try that all together. Here we go after 4. 1, 2, 3. I walked to the end of the road. The next line goes like this. And I looked in both directions. Let's try that. Here we go after 3. 1, 2, 3. And I looked in both directions. So together, those lines go. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in both directions. You have a go now. I'm just going to mouth the words for you. It's your chance to have a go at singing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Fabulous. Good. Let's give that a go together, singing one last time. And see how jazzy you can make your voices as you're doing this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in both directions. The next bit goes quite high. It goes like this. I looked as far as the eye could see. And the words are, I looked as far as the eye could see. Have a quick think about how that goes. And then we're going to sing it after 3. 1, 2, 3. I looked as far as the eye could see. Fabulous. The next bit is brilliant. It talks about seeing a blue sky and sunrise. And it goes like this. I see a blue sky, sunrise. The two things we're seeing are blue sky and sunrise. As we're saying that, I want you to point to them in 2 different directions, okay? Let's just have a go at speaking it. And we're going to go, I see a blue sky, sunrise. After 3. 1, 2, 3. I see a blue sky, sunrise. Fantastic. And think about where they are in your distance. Choose a place. And as you're singing them, I want you to remember that they are a brilliant thing. It's a fantastic thing when we see a clear blue sky and a beautiful sunrise. So I want to see that in your faces with your excitement. Let's try that as we say, I see a blue sky, sunrise. Let's try that all together. 1, 2, 3. I see a blue sky, sunrise. Brilliant. And the last bit goes, there ain't nobody there but me. This is my favourite bit. It's really, really jazzy. It goes, there ain't nobody there but me. Should we try that all together after 3? 1, 2, 3. There ain't nobody there but me. Last go, and maybe you could do something like a jazzy finger, a little bit of sass with it as you do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There ain't nobody there but me. Fantastic. I can see in the comments, Caroline from Nottingham loves this song, and Bridget in Newcastle, we've done this too. Fantastic. I'm so glad to see this song gets all over the country. It's one of my favourites. So, I'm going to sing it all the way through once more. Join in if you know it, join in if you're just learning it, and then we'll have one more go singing it all the way through, and we might explore some moves. Here we go. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in all directions. I looked as far as the eye could see. I see a blue sky, sunrise. There ain't nobody there but me. Let's try that all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in both directions. I looked as far as the eye could see. I see a blue sky, sunrise. There ain't nobody there but me. Let's try that one last time. Let's try it really quietly. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in all directions. I looked as far as the eye could see. I see a blue sky, sunrise. There ain't nobody there but me. Fantastic. And this is your chance now to have a solo. I'm just going to mouth the words and enjoy playing the piano, and it's your time. Here we go. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Great stuff, everyone. We might come back to that one, and you might hear it in some other sessions throughout the week as well. Keep your ideas coming in if you have any ideas for movements that we might put to that, and we'll finish off with that song today as well. Lovely. So, the next song we're going to look at is from this opera, Donizetti, by Donizetti, sorry. And the first line goes like this. Fill every cup, come celebrate. Now, as we say the word celebrate, that has got to sound like a huge celebration. Can you just throw your hands in the air and say for me, celebrate? Off you go. 1, 2, 3, celebrate. And now can you think of another way that you might say it? You might say it in a miserable way. Can you try that, folding your arms? And can you give me celebrate? Let's try that all together. 1, 2, 3, celebrate. And now can you give me in your confused way, so like you're not really sure why you should be celebrating, and you might go, celebrate? Like someone's asked you to do it in a strange way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, celebrate. And the last one I want you to do is to go back to your celebration of however you might say if you were going to celebrate, and think about how your mouth pings open as you say that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, celebrate. Fantastic. So this song goes like this. Fill every cup, come celebrate. Let's try that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill every cup, come celebrate. And as you're doing that, can you imagine you're gathering in all your friends at a wedding to get them to come and celebrate? Let's try that once more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill every cup, come celebrate. The next line is so joyous. It starts with the word joy, and it's joy all around returning. The words are joy all around returning. Let's sing that together. I'll give you one more example. Joy all around returning. Let's try that together. And as we do it, think about how you're saying something brilliant. It's really, really happy. We're talking about joy, and you're telling everybody to come and join in. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Joy all around returning. Fabulous. Let's put those two lines together. Fill every cup, come celebrate. Joy all around returning. And I'm going to put this. I can't put it with it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill every cup, come celebrate. Joy all around returning. Fantastic. The next bit is really, really similar. The words are, now you have bought new life and hope. So two fantastic things. New life and hope. Can you put those in your hand? Just hold your hand there and imagine that's the word life. And just give an excited look for it. And I want you to say for me, life. As though you're really excited to see it and you're really proud of this. 1, 2, 3, life. And in the other hand, you've got hope. And maybe hold it a little bit higher as you say, hope. In a really, really hopeful way. After 3, 1, 2, 3, hope. And we're going to put those two together. Life and hope. In this line. And it goes, now you have bought new life and hope. Let's try that all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have bought new life and hope. Lovely. And our last line, the words are, ending our days of yearning. So our days of yearning are gone. We've only got happy times together. And the notes go like this. ending our days of yearning. Can you have a go at singing that? And can you see how smoothly you can sing it? Maybe move your hand around like this as well. Ending our days of yearning. Here we go. 3, 4. Ending our days of yearning. Fabulous. Let's put that with the line before, where we go, now you have brought new. Hopefully you sang the word. It's life. The next one is and hope. Straight on to ending our days of yearning. Here we go. From now you have brought. 2, 3, 4. Now you have brought new life and hope. Ending our days of yearning. Fantastic. This music, the way I'm playing it, kind of sounds a little bit like a march. So maybe you'd like to stand up and maybe you're thinking about on the way to this wedding, this big celebration in a huge big hall somewhere, and you're going on your journey as you sing this song, and you might want to think about marching along, or you might want to put another kind of dance into it as you do that. Here we go. We're going to go from the beginning now, where we have our first line, which is fill every cup, come celebrate, joy all around returning. Here we go from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill every cup, come celebrate, joy all around returning. Good work. The next bit is now you have brought new life and hope, ending our days of yearning. Let's try that from now you have brought. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have brought new life and hope, ending our days of yearning. Brilliant stuff. We are going to sing that twice the way through now. We're going to sing the first time quietly and a little bit slower, a little bit smoother as we're singing to ourselves. Then on the repeat, we're going to sing it like a huge big chorus, all the guests singing together, having a fantastic big celebration. So our first one is going to be in a beautiful, smooth way. Here we go. From our fill every cup. 2, 3, 4. Fill every cup, come celebrate, joy all around returning. Now you brought new life and hope, ending our days of yearning. Good, and now we're going to go back into our big, nice, loud celebration one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill every cup, come celebrate, joy all around returning. Now you have brought new life and hope, ending our days of yearning. Fantastic. And the last thing I want to do is to give you a chance to be the soloist. So this time I'm just going to mouth the words and play along, and it's your chance to be singing this as your big solo from Fill Every Cup. And think about how operatic and big and proud you can make your voices on this fine Monday lunchtime. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great work, everyone. Really, really good stuff. Fantastic. So we are going to go back to our last I Walked to the End of the Road song to finish off with. A few ideas I'm going to throw in for you is as you're going, I walked to the end of the road and I looked in both directions. Sometimes people sing both. Sometimes people sing I looked in all directions. Whatever you fancy, you might look right across your horizon. And then I see a blue sky, sunrise. Maybe for blue sky, you could almost do like a C kind of sign. And maybe you do your sunrise, creating a really fantastic sunrise. And that last jazzy bit at the end, my favourite bit. There ain't nobody there but me. Maybe you can waggle your finger as you do that. You might have some other ideas. Keep those ideas coming in. And let's have a go at singing this. If you want to, feel free to stand up so you've got a bit more space to move along. Here we go. And it starts with I walk to the end of the road. 1, 2, 3. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in all directions. I looked as far as the eye could see. I see a blue sky, sunrise. There ain't nobody there but me. Let's try that once more. Here we go. You might want to clap along as well. Here we go. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in all directions. I looked as far as the eye could see. I see a blue sky, sunrise. There ain't nobody there but me. Here we go. This is our last time to finish off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I walked to the end of the road, and I looked in all directions. I looked as far as the eye could see. I see a blue sky, sunrise. There ain't nobody there but me. Maybe you could repeat that last line. Here we go. There ain't nobody there but me. Maybe once more. Here we go. There ain't nobody there but me. Great work. Thank you everyone for joining today. It's been so much fun, and I hope you're feeling ready for a brilliant week of feel-good music making and opera. My name's Joe, and there'll be somebody else here tomorrow at 12 o'clock, so I hope you'll tune in to watch that as well. Brilliant stuff. Thanks everyone. Bye.